Hi everybody, welcome to Creative Pouring by Cheryl. I'm Cheryl. Today I'm going to try out this new mica powder I got. First I'm going to start off by putting a little bit of, I've got my Teexpert resin mixed up. I'm going to start by opening this up a little bit by using my little knife here. I'm not going to go very much. I'm just going to cut a little bit. Just enough to get a little spoon in here. There you go. This way it won't go flying every time I open it. So I got just a little tiny bit open. So my little spoon can fit right in there. Get just a little bit. I'm going to test this out. So I'm going to use just a tiny bit. See how well this does. Oh, look at that sparkle. I'm going to pour this first one right here. I'm going to pour the little ones. Make sure you get around the nub. And as I go up, I'm going to add a little bit more and a little bit more. About the same amount each time. I just want to see how much is too much. See if it turns color or anything like that. And then I'm going to try some with some color in it to see if what it does. Okay. And we'll keep going. Sometimes I like doing little experiments like this just to see what I can do and how far I can push things. I'm going to pour a little bit out of here. And then I'm going to use a little bit more. Not that much. Not that much. I'll pour it in this last one. Now that I've got that, put some more of this in here. I'm going to try a little bit of mica powder in there with it to see how it turns out. Tiny bit of my blue, my deep blue. A little bit more than that. I'm going to see if it shows up. Come on, deep blue. This is taking too long. Come here, you. I want it to be dark blue. Because I want to see if that sparkle shows up. All right. Looking like it's showing up. Well, we got some cleanup before I get started on the next one. No big deal. I'm going to do a different color. This is the Mateo Premium Mica Powder that I'm using. And then I'm just using my regular mica powders. Clean this cup out a little bit. Pour some more in there. Now I'm going to use my black pigment paste to see if it would come through pigment paste. Just anytime you use pigment paste, stir it up real good. I wipe off everything I can, especially in a little cup. This is my DIY pigment paste from Temu. It's looking like it's coming through. Now, mind you, I've got the same amount of resin in it that's in this one right here. I mean, let me try that again. It's got the same amount of same amount of that glitter that's in the third one. I'm going to try some of my ghost powder and see what that looks like with it. Get another spoon. You got to use a lot of ghost powder on these because they don't seem to have any color if you don't. I might have put too much in it, but that's okay. Just barely enough, but that works. I buy these micro brushes off of Amazon really cheap. You get a whole mess of them really cheap. All right. Let me go ahead and hit the back of it with the long neck lighter. Get all those bubbles out of there. Well, remember I've talked about powder bombs? Well, there's a powder bomb. I'm glad it came to the surface so I can stir it. Okay. Now that one doesn't look like it has enough in it, so I'm going to take some of my black, kind of like swirl some in it. Maybe it'll show those colors a little bit. I've got pink in there, so. There we go. All right. Thank you so much. We'll see how this turns out when they're done tomorrow. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's demolding day. Let's go ahead and demold these. I'm going to leave them in order of the way I did them so we can see how this worked out. Ooh, that turned out beautiful. Oh, I love that. All right, let's see. Let's do some comparing. There's all 4 of them. The one makes it look like there's extra bubbles in there. Let me see if I can get something to put behind them so we can see the color. That blue looks real pretty behind them. All right. Let's see. I don't think I would want to put a bunch of them in because that one's just too much. But I'm thinking a little more than this one. Okay, so I know you put some in, but not too little. Look at that black. And that blue. Oh, that blue just sparkles. And this is that ghost powder one that I put the black into and stirred it a little bit. Brought out a little bit of that pink. That looks really pretty. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to put some backings on these. And I'll be right back. I went ahead and just popped them back into their mold. Since the sides come up a lot, see how you can see the sides? As long as I don't get it down underneath there and just fill it up, we should be fine. I'm going to use my UV resin. Let's use this one. And I'm going to put some colorant in it. Let me get my gloves on. Now I'm going to leave these just like they are, but the yeah. But these 3 I'm going to put with some colorant in them. I'm only going to do this one at a time because I'm sitting in front of a window. I'm going to throw this up on here. Those out of the way. Not putting much on the back of it. Let me do purple on one of them, which is like a pink. A couple drops in there. You want to make sure that the UV resin that you use or that you do is not going to be too opaque, because if it's opaque, it's not going to cure right. Make sure you can see this. I'll put a little, make it a little bit more darker pink. These are not made for opaque. These are transparent colors. They're epoxy resin pigments, transparent. Let's go on this one with this. I'll go ahead and go around the edge. Get a Mica. Make that a little bit pinker. Pinker. I'm doing good. There we go. Let's let that settle for a minute. One of these, I'm going to take some alcohol ink, spray it, and use some of my use number 1, which is the green golden, and put it on the back of that. See how that turns out. Get a fresh one of these. Put a little more on there. If they're completely cured, if you put some alcohol ink on it, it usually will hold it. Okay, well, take care of that in a minute. I should have done that one before I did that one. And the other one, let's go with some of my Chameleon something purple. Spray it. I'm just going to grab my little brush. See how that works. Sometimes you can use hairspray too if it's not sticking, like this is not sticking. Just grab some hairspray. Try to pick some of that up. I sprayed it into the trash can. Let me put a little bit of more colorant in here, or more UV in here. And I'll add some, we'll go with Lake Blue. It's a little bit greeny, but it's not too green. go. Okay, I'll be back in a couple minutes. Here we go. Let's go ahead and pop these out. Now that looks much better. Got a little cleanup of that to do. Went over the edge a little bit. Oh yeah. Much, much, much better. Peel this off while it's still a little bit warm. I got a little bit too much overpour on this one. It happens. Happens to me all the time. At least I didn't go pour it down into the front. That's my luck. These turned out beautiful. Look at that. All right, here we go. Let me get this little pink one done. So what we learned was basically, yes, it does matter how much you put in. You don't want to put in too little, like this one here. You want to put in enough to see it, but not too much like this one here. But these work beautiful with colors, and you can see them. They don't really drop. It doesn't drop. Especially when you have this much in it, it didn't drop. It did float. So we learned a lot. Now all you have to do is just put a rope, some sort of rope or necklace on these, and you have some real pretty necklaces. Okay, well, thank you for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. It doesn't cost anything. Just hit that little subscribe button down below. If you like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That really helps my channel, helps it to get out. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye for now.